Hello, I'm Tim Smith with the Adams County Historical Society, and welcome to another Monuments Monday. And today we're going to talk about the strange story of the 4th Ohio Infantry Memorial. The story starts with this odd type of material that was used to design tombstones and monuments that became very popular in the 1880s. According to the Gettysburg compiler of December 30th, 1884, William N. Miller has now, in connection with his marble business, the sole right for the selling of the white bronze monuments and statuary in Adams County. These monuments are cast from pure New Jersey refined zinc and are warranted never to crumble or change color from weather or age. A specimen can be seen by calling at our marble yard on East Middle Street, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Now, we don't have to go back in time to his marble yard on East Middle Street, because here is an example of what we're talking about in Evergreen Cemetery on Cemetery Hill in Gettysburg. And you know, the monument appears to be a granite statue, but if you bang on it, you'll notice it's white bronze, which is actually not bronze, it's zinc. And it's made, according to the back of it, by the Monumental Bronze Company of Bridgeport, Connecticut. So in early 1887, a few years after William Miller had the contract for the white bronze statues here at his marble yard, the Gettysburg Battlefield Memorial Association became concerned about the how long the monuments that they were erecting on the battlefield would last. And they actually passed a rule in early 1887 that all the monuments on the battlefield would have to be made out of marble or bronze or granite, some substance that would last for generations. There's an interesting article in the Gettysburg newspaper on July 19th, 1887. And it mentions that at the upcoming meeting of the Gettysburg Battlefield Memorial Association, one of the chief subjects engaging their attention was going to be the material for which the monuments are allowed to be made. And it actually mentions in here that the White Bronze Company, as well as prominent marble dealers, you know, William Miller to be specific, have been working for a modification of this resolution, if not for its repeal. And so the directors of the Gettysburg Battlefield Memorial Association passed a resolution that since the 4th Ohio Infantry Association had already contracted with the White Bronze Company prior to them passing a rule about what monuments could be made of, they decided that they would be allowed to use the White Bronze Company. And according to the Gettysburg compiler, for August 22nd, 1887, the first of the Ohio monuments, that of the 4th Ohio Regiment, arrived on Saturday afternoon, and work on its erection was commenced at once by Mr. William N. Miller and Messrs. Dietrich and Rummel, having the contract for setting the structure. The material is white bronze, and it was made by the Monumental Bronze Company of Bridgeport, Connecticut. The shaft is surmounted by a life-size soldier in the position of parade rest, the whole being 30 feet high and 7 feet square at the base. Now, in the 1970s, when I first started coming to Gettysburg on a weekly basis from my home in Carroll County, Maryland, I may have discussed before that I collected postcards. And we'll show a couple postcards here that I collected of East Cemetery Hill. And I noticed this monument on Cemetery Hill in the postcards, but that monument was not there. I had a pretty good memory, and I knew that that monument did not exist, and I was really, it was strange to me. So I brought my postcards here, I lined them up, and I realized that only the base of it was here at that time in the 70s. So reading more into it, what had happened is by the 1970s, there cracks developed in the white bronze. And remember, that's not supposed to happen. And the shaft actually leaned over. And apparently it got to like a 7% lean. And the Park Service removed the top shaft of the monument in 1974. In 2004, a group from Ohio collected money, I think $25,000, and they actually paid for a shaft to be put into it, sort of an I-beam, and then the National Park Service, which had the top of the monument in storage, actually rebuilt the monument, and today it stands in all its glory. But of course, the lesson here is that the Gettysburg Battlefield Memorial Association was right. That if the monuments were not made of substances that would last for generations, they would not be here for generations.